is how to World of Warships for the British cruiser, the Caledon. Caledons, in fact the whole British line is very new to the World of Warships, and I just picked up the Caledon a few minutes ago, and you're going to get to see a replay of my very first ever battle in the Caledon. I thoroughly looked this ship over, learning its performance characteristics, and a how-to video is definitely something that's going to help you out with this boat here. The Royal Navy cruisers perform a little differently than the others. The United States Tier 3 cruiser is the St. Louis. The Russian Tier 3 cruiser is the Bogatyr, and there are some other countries with Tier 3 cruisers, of course. But this one only has 19,000 hit points. The St. Louis, by contrast, has 30,000 plus hit points, and the Bogatyr 23,000. Also, if you take a look on the armor layout by clicking this icon up here on the right upper portion of the screen, you'll get a chance to look at the armor layout, and you will be surprised how much of the citadel of this ship is exposed and how poorly armored it is. It's practically like a destroyer. So with that in mind, obviously you do not want to let yourself be broadside to any enemy, because they will get you and they will hurt you a lot. So I think World of Warships knew that that was going to be an Achilles heel, so they gave this ship a really quick rudder shift. 5.6 seconds. The St. Louis, the Bogatyrs, they don't come close. I mean, when you're at a Tier 3 boat, 1 second makes a lot of difference. So World of Warships definitely did some work to make this thing competitive, and you'll see that it is. Something else this ship has: torpedoes. I think the Japanese Tier 3 ship has torpedoes, but other than that, nobody else on Tier 3 has torpedoes, except destroyers, of course. Destroyers always have torpedoes. But you've got 4 launchers for torpedoes on this boat, 2 on the starboard side, 2 on the port, and each launcher fires 2 torpedoes with a range of 6 kilometers, traveling 53 knots. For a cruiser at Tier 3, that's pretty good. The other Tier 3 cruisers going into battle against the Caledon will not be expecting this thing to have torpedoes, but it does. It's also got fairly good speed, 29 knots, but that is buffed. When I bought the boat, I went ahead and bought the engine upgrade, so that's a little faster than bone stock. And another thing this ship has that the other Tier 3 boats either do not have at all or very little of is anti-aircraft capabilities. This ship has got a rating of 9, and it's actually pretty darn good. It's got 7.7 millimeters, 40 millimeters, and 76.2 millimeter guns. That gives it an AA rating of 9, whereas the St. Louis is only a 3, and the Bogatyr is non-existent. So this ship has got really good AA, and you can definitely use that. You're not likely to come up against many aircraft when you are at Tier 3, but the fact that you can pretty much wipe out anything flying through the air is a nice feature to have. So let's go ahead and start this video and start this battle. My very first ever in the Caledon. I want to apologize for the poor sound and the lag on the playback. I'm still trying to figure out that lag. I know I got a lousy mic, but I don't understand that lag. I'll figure it out eventually. Now this battle takes place on the Solomon Islands. Anybody who's played World of Warships for any length of time knows this map very well. I'm going to go ahead and zip forward. Okay, the enemy has got one cap, we've got one cap. It's capture the flag or kill each other.
Battle starts.
And as you know, the enemy bots on this map typically clog the middle, and they certainly will on this game. Something else this boat has that other cruisers don't: the ability to replace lost hit points by pressing the letter T down here on the bottom. Usually that's reserved for battleships, but you are going to definitely want to replace hit points because you're going to lose hit points. Now while this battle unfolds, pay attention to the mini-map over here on the right, because you're going to see me doing 360s, spinning Brodies, zigzagging back and forth. That's what you want to do when you're driving this ship, because if you stop or you drive in a straight line, you're going to die fast. I was planning on traveling east, but I changed my mind. I'm going to blow something up, so I'm going to try and cover the middle. Lousy shots. Well, it's my first battle in this boat. I can't see them, but they can sure see me. That was a risky shot. I could have hit one of my own guys. Okay, I'm going into my second 360. Okay, I'm taking damage now. Those were totally guesswork shots on the torpedoes. Hey, my first Citadel! Hey, my second Citadel! I'm going to pause the video for one moment. You see over here on the right side of the screen, that Phoenix. Remember that Phoenix, because I wind up tunnel visioning on what I'm doing and I forget to watch the mini-map. That guy's going to pop up again later in the battle. You won't believe how close he is. Lousy shot. Not enough lead. God, I wish I had high explosive. Hey, those are my torpedoes. Ha!
Enemy cruiser destroyed.
Definitely tunnel visioning here. And there it is. Oh! Oh boy. I can't believe he didn't sink me. At least at this range I can't miss. Problem is neither can he.
Enemy cruiser sunk.
So he must have been reloading. So this is a full health battleship. Battleships kill cruisers. And I'm still just sailing in circles. Oh, this looks good. Bye.
Enemy battleship destroyed.
Alright. My first battle in the Caledon. Didn't get as many experience points as I had hoped, but hey, 7 torpedo hits and 61 target hits, 3 ships sunk. That's not shabby. That's not shabby at all. Took top score. Anyway, that is how you drive the Caledon. You want to stay on that rudder. Don't sail in a straight line, because you just don't have the hit points to let yourself be an easy target. Use that repair and pay attention to the minimap. And I definitely spread the love. I did a lot of shooting and did a little damage to a lot of boats and a lot of damage to just a few. It looks like the Caledon's going to be a moneymaker too. Anyway, that is it. That is the Caledon. Thank you so very much for watching. Stay safe and have fun.